Let's see today a theorem which is a solved problem of section 62 in G.F. Simon's Introduction to Topology and Modern Analysis. Show that a positive operator T on H has a unique positive square root, that is, show that there exists a unique positive operator A on H such that A square is equal to T. That you have to show that a unique positive operator A such that A square is equal to T. Since T is a positive operator on H, as by a result, we can say that T is self-adjoint, and so T is normal. Since T is self-adjoint, the condition is T is equal to T star, then T star is equal to T into T star is T, so T square, again T star T is equal to T star value is T, so T into T square. So these two values T star equal to T star T is obviously normal. So T is self-adjoint and so T is normal. You can consider T is equal to lambda on P1 etc. lambda and Pn with the spectral resolution. And as per the spectral resolution, the condition is lambda 1 etc. lambda n or distant eigenvalues and P1 etc. or non-zero pairwise orthogonal projection such that the second condition I is equal to P1 plus P2 etc. plus Pn. So you have to show that unique positive operator A such that A square is equal to T. Now say T is positive and then lambda is greater than or equal to 0 by section 62 problem number 3. Okay, right. Let a root lambda I denote the non-negative square root of lambda I, so that you can consider a term A is equal to root lambda 1 P1 plus root lambda 2 P2 etc. Now we have to show that A is the unique positive operator such that A square is equal to T. That's you have to prove. Now spectral resolution PIs are pairwise orthogonal. So pairwise orthogonal condition Pi Pj is equal to 0. So what about Pi into Pi? That's become Pi square. So that A star is equal to A star. How this came, that you can see here. A star is equal to A is considered as this term and into A star, the whole star. Now root lambda on P1 etc. And this we can use lambda P the whole star is lambda bar P star, so that here root lambda 1 P1 star. Again P1 star you can use projection property so that P1 star become P1. P1 star become P1. Now P1 into P1, P1 square, etc. Again, projection property P1 square become P1. So that A star A is equal to, you will get this. Similarly, you can try for A star A. That's also you will get the same result. So that you can write A star A is equal to A star, and that's the normal operator condition. Now you have to show that equation 2 is the spectral resolution. See, equation 2, this is the spectral resolution. So that means the lambda i's are distant eigenvalues with the P1, P2, etc. or non-zero pairwise orthogonal, right? Projections that you have to find. So 2 is the spectral resolution. See, lambda i's are all distant, that we already find, so that we can say that a root lambda I is also distant. Now, first equation is the spectral resolution of T. See the first equation. This is our first equation. This is the spectral resolution of T, and already you assumed that lambda is or the eigenvalues, distant eigenvalues. So now see, the spectral resolution of T implies PIs are non-zero pairwise orthogonal with this condition. Now the same we arrived here also. Instead there we took lambda 1 P1. Here we have root lambda 1 bar P1 plus etc. That's in the equation 2 you can see. Root lambda 1 P1 plus etc. root lambda n Pn. So that equation number 1 and equation number 2 are same. So that you can write that equation 2 is the spectral resolution of A. Is just like a T, and also the properties. Hence, root lambda I are precisely the eigenvalue of A. Now see here, root lambda I is greater than 0, and we know that A is the positive operator, and projection condition Pi square is equal to Pi. Now A, you can see equation number 2, you can see this is equation number 2 is this. Now A square is what? Because you need to find that A square is equal to T. So A square is the whole square. So that become root lambda 1 the whole square P1 square, root lambda 2 the whole square P square, etc. This one plus 2 into root lambda 1 P1 into root lambda 2 P2 plus 2 into root lambda 2 P2 into lambda 3 P3, etc. etc. You will get. Now see this. Now, you can come across the terms root lambda 1 the whole square. That is nothing but lambda 1. Similarly, root lambda 2 the whole square, lambda 2. P1 square, by this property it become P1. And the remaining terms root lambda 1, root lambda 2, P1, P2, such terms will be 0 because of pairwise orthogonal. Right? And this is nothing but our first equation, that is T, the spectral resolution. Now we arrived A square is equal to T. That is the first part. Now, this proves that A is the positive operator. A square is equal to T. T is positive, so that A square is a positive square root of T. Now, the second part, you need to find that uniqueness of T. Our question is to find the unique positive operator of A such that A square is equal to T. Now, we found out A is a positive square root, and one more is there to prove the uniqueness. So for that you can take B is the another positive operator such that B square equal to T, and to prove that A is equal to B. That's the uniqueness. Now yeah, right, B is equal to A. So for that B is the positive operator on H, it is normal as like the A part. Now you can consider B is equal to mu1 Q1 plus mu2 Q2 etc. mu m Qm be the spectral resolution. So first itself we consider B is a positive operator, so that mu I greater than 0. If B is positive, lambda is here mu I is greater than 0. Hence we have B square is equal to the whole square, that you can see already what we done in A square. The same procedure continue here too. So B square the whole square is equal to mu1 square Q1 square, and Q1 square become Q1 because of projection property etc. mu m square Qm, and remaining terms Q1 Q2 everything become 0 because of pairwise orthogonal. Now mu I are positive and mu i's are distant. So mu 1 square or distant, mu 1 square or distant. So equation 3 is the spectral resolution, because spectral resolution condition mu1 q1 etc. plus mu n qn with the mu i's are distant and q1 q2 etc. or projection, that's the spectral resolution. So since mu I square or distant, we can say that this is a spectral resolution. Again, 4 is also the spectral resolution, because mu I square, mu i's are distant, so obviously mu I square also distant. So this also the spectral resolution. Now from the uniqueness of the spectral resolution, you know that A square is equal to that, that you can see the last slide, A square is equal to lambda 1 P1, lambda 2 P2, etc. lambda n Pn is equal to T. And here you got B square is equal to, sorry, B square is equal to mu1 square Q1 plus mu2 square Q2 etc. plus mu m square Qm. So from the uniqueness of the spectral resolution of T, we can say m equal to n, because in A, lambda 1 P1 etc. plus lambda m Pm, and B, here you can see that mu1 square Q1 etc. plus mu m square, sorry, mu n square Qn square. So that m and n, the last terms m and n are equal because both are spectral resolution. So that we can say that m equal to n. You see the last side here m, and you can see a, yeah, here, right, n. So that because of the spectral resolution, we can say that n is equal to n, because A and B are the spectral resolution, so that n equal to n. Now, you have to prove that A equal to M. So the remaining you need to see about UIs and QIs. So from equation 2 and equation, see this? Equation 3 and equation 2, you can see the last slides, QI is equal to PI. And mu I square is equal to lambda. How mu I square is equal to lambda? See the last slide, mu I square, B square equal to this value, mu I square, and CA square, right, see, yeah, right. Okay, right. Lambda 1. Okay, there B square is equal to mu I square Q1. Here A square equal to lambda 1 P1. So that mu I square is equal to lambda 1, mu I square equal to lambda 2. It is comparing star and equation 4. You will get mu I square is equal to lambda. So then mu I is equal to root lambda I. Just substitute this in equation number 3 and mu I become root lambda 1 P1, root lambda 2 P2, etc. So from equation 2 and 5 you can say that both are equal, right hand side or equal. So that A is equal to B. Hence you found out that A is a unique positive operator such that A square is equal to T. Thank you.